record button is pressed this time.
Right now? It's like pressed right now?
Wakey, wakey, 201. Got some more questions.
Escaped.
Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
Doesn't seem like that's the actual murder, so... Seems like it's just like some intimidating threat.
Ah, another fine day in the kingdom of Rite. So peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. So we should be seeing Maya then, right? 'Cause I think that's how long she said she had left of training.
Sorry, I was fixing my screen.
Still.
Man, wasn't he just a royal pain?
Well, his name is Pain, so... Sure was a rough start. Now, to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. The long ASIC training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Rite! That's him. You did him, right?
Heard that.
I think it was you.
Yeah. Haparaki!
Hey, Albie. Haparaki.
Oh, you mastered the traditional greeting of Karine.
I don't know about that. I guess all that practicing is paying off.
Have you gotten used to life at the temple?
I'm grateful for letting me stay here, but the morning started a little too early for me.
Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in the Quran.
Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it.
A day full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content.
I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So what makes today so special, anyway?
You mean you don't know? Today's the Purification Rite. It's only performed once a year.
That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. Wonder what her role in it is. So what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this Purification Rite?
What? Didn't she tell you?
No.
She's playing the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. Thank you. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role.
Wow, that's really something.
It really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life.
So who's this Lady Kira that you mentioned?
Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, just upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly against the kingdom of Karine to establish the kingdom
Let
of
me
Karine.
stop you right there.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just, I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story.
Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell.
Dodged a bullet there.
Oh, right, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. Yes. The story can wait. Then, in the meantime, you can read up on the Rite with this.
An English guidebook? Where did you dig this up from?
I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one using it, so I borrowed it.
Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, there's her name on the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while then.
What if he screwed Maya over by taking the book?
Oh dear. Yeah, let's read it. What does it say?
I should already be at the site where the rite is to take place.
Well, we already know
this
this is going to quickly become irrelevant. So then a full moon is directly above the temple, is what it seems. Curtain staging area, the high priest, 4 podiums with or 4 lanterns. Purification Rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. It begins with a transformation rite. The high priest reads the scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira, which have been purified with incense. Next is the rite of water, in which the priestess earns the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. Ceremony ends with the rite of fire, in which priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically, the whole thing sings a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. Must be nice to hear her.
Was that Maya writing that, or was that Phoenix writing that?
I think this is Maya's notes.
That's so funny.
So, is Maya about to get accused of a crime again?
I think so. And chances are it's the other girl. Let's go to the Plaza of Devotion.
Wonder if Maya's matured since the last time I saw her.
It's on the mountaintop, so it might get a little cold, though.
I think I can handle it.
No, he can't.
Mm-hmm. You say that, Phoenix, but we know you.
Everyone knows the Japanese are allergic to cold. Wow, what a beautiful badge.
It's my attorney's badge we use in my country.
It kind of looks like a sunflower to me.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it.
Please do explain, Mr. Wright.
Maybe next time. I should have known he'd ask me to explain. Brr, it's so cold. I feel like the air itself is made of ice.
Yep. Wait, 5 degrees?
5 Fahrenheit?
Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is.
Devoted? Right. But couldn't they just easily do all this praying somewhere place warmer?
This, too, is part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of the stairs is the inner sanctum.
Hey, Ichi.
Ichigo Morino 102788. Welcome. Anata no iso suwate kudasai.
I see. And what I've met so far seems deeply religious.
Here we are. After all, Kurine is known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Kurinites spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. Oh my god.
What? 15?
From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all the square flags around here? They're also known as prayer flags. Is it like a rosary?
Maybe.
They contain the prayers of our people.
Let's talk about these colorful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one.
Such piety is the glory of our people, and...
I'm afraid that story is going to have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now.
I'd like to see Miss Maya again.
Pardon me, O noble traveler. Oh, it's her?
How do you fare, Mr. Rite? It's been many a day.
And, who might you be?
Come on.
Maya?
10 out of 10. Miss Maya Haparaki. Haparaki, I'll be. And you, Mr. Rite, may the Holy Mother guide you on your journey.
Oh, thanks.
Phoenix put a ring on it. Hee hee, long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act?
Yeah, you can say that. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Karine Village back home. She's also was my assistant for quite some time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count.
I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Rite & Co. law offices.
Now she's here, training to be the leader of Karine Village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of Karine channeling technique, you have to train here in Karine, since this is where the technique originated.
Didn't I sound just like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's all about I learned from the training I did.
You haven't changed a bit, Maya.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside, she's the same old Maya. I'm actually kind of glad for that.
Hey. Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick.
Thanks, Maya.
Now you can go back to a life of bold-facedly bluffing the day away every day.
That's not exactly why I returned to the courtroom, you know.
Hey, that's mine!
Just her face there, she's like, what are you doing with that? Well, it was just sitting there in the temple's library, so Albie sort of checked it out for me.
Hope it comes in handy then. Oh, and by the way, the Maya Library of Guidebooks has a $2 a day donation policy.
I guess Albie's entrepreneurial spirit is contagious.
Happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story.
I was the accused. But you should have seen Mr. Rite in action. He was amazing. I bet it was another one of your famous seat in your pants, come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times.
Well, technically you were found guilty, but then we raised an objection, had the trial continue because Payne approved of it, because Payne wanted us to die because of the DC Act. Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour. So sue me. Phoenix, you know as a lawyer you should never say so sue me. Never say sue me as a lawyer.
You haven't changed a bit either, Nick.
Ouch. It's definitely some strings more when it's coming from her. Stings more. Yeah. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right?
Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Yep, I've completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the Purification Rite today.
Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites.
Well, the High Priest's wife is usually conducted each year. But with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year.
Why do I feel like that's going to become relevant? Well, you may not know all their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great.
Bet, just you watch, Nick. I'm gonna be the best Lady Kira guardian deity ever.
I'd better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in flaming disaster then.
Not that it's gonna do anything.
So about the guardian deity you'll be portraying today. What exactly are we talking about here?
Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really the deity in the way we think of them back home.
Ooh.
She's a real person who fought to establish the Kingdom Karine a long, long time ago.
Wow, so she actually existed.
And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger.
Yeah, in that cutscene we saw at the beginning, it was a person wearing a Lady Kira outfit doing the attack. Okay.
Good start. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies.
It sounds like something you'd be into.
I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes evil with a wicked dagger? Well, she's going to be accused of being one.
Right. Whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must be really a popular deity if all these people are here for her.
Yep, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year.
There's more? So why is the Rite attracting such a large crowd this year?
Because there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends. And she began capturing members of Defiant Dragons right and left.
You're kidding, right?
They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too.
Ooh, we're mentioning him again. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace. Without the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life.
I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her in front of the page today in today's newspaper. Sightings of her go back about 2 years. But this is the first actual picture of her to ever be taken.
That's going to become relevant. That's certainly going to be a
We're just
big
getting
thing.
setup after setup, man.
Can't believe someone was able to actually capture her on film. But couldn't it just be some Lady Kira fan?
You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained to hand-to-hand combat and stuff. You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that dressed in a costume alone? That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possessed a sacred robe or something.
Spirit possessing a piece of clothing? Maybe we should get back on all those atmospheric superhero shows, Maya. We got pouty face Maya back.
Please screen cap that. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. I've got a real office to run now, so I've got to keep it real, right?
I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me.
You really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull, and there's even one that's drooping.
Can we leave my hair out of this?
Anyway, I swear the Lady Kira people have been spotting is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know?
I can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that rope. Or specifying the date, too. Typically, it just says newspaper article.
This is all mad setup, yo. But Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me the great new food idea. What?
Lady Kira returns to battle rebels. This Lady Kira-like figure that appeared 2 years ago remains a mystery. Some town elders see her as Lady Kira in the flesh. Some rumors are fueling the enthusiasm for today's purification.
The time lines up with Maya going there, though.
Today's purification rite. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the plaza of devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We give thanks to the blessing of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira Hapiriaki. Escaped prisoner alert. Police are asking the kingdom's subjects to be on lookout for a male insurgent who escaped from Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday.
Male insurgent. Interesting. It's gonna be like a soul bun. But based on Lady Kira, I'm calling it the Kira bun.
Talk about a Kira business strategy. Come on, Maya. Just admit it's you riding around dressed as Lady Kira already.
I guess the jig is up.
It's actually just Maya?
It
I don't
lined
buy
up with the
that.
date. It lined up with the date and time.
I don't
But
buy
I have
it,
a feeling.
though.
You don't think she could do it?
I think there's more to. I think there's 2. I think maybe Maya did do some of it, but Maya hasn't done all of it.
Like a like a kind of a cahoots thing. Like one person does the investigation, the other one like does the action.
No, I think like someone entirely separate is using the Lady Kira to do crimes, and but Maya's doing it around pranking people.
Either way, we know she's in hot water, right?
She's gonna be.
What, is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. After hundreds of years, I have returned in this lovely young lady's body.
Okay, Maya's joking.
Wait. She can channel, though. Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now, feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Hiya! Mr. Wright?
Yeah, Maya's 100% playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Because also you have to remember, when she channels someone, she physically becomes them, and she looks just like Maya, so...
True, good point.
You can tell she's not channeling at the moment. She could channel someone at any time, for sure.
Like, what if she decides to channel
She channels the victim.
somebody during the ritual or something like that, you know? I mean, come on! I may be dressing up as Lady Kira for the Rite today, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types.
I don't know. I probably saw a left hook she just threw.
Oh, you were just trying to be funny. Really had me going there for a second.
No one can be that naive, right?
It's him, though.
Well, I hope you're enjoying playing superhero at the Rite today.
Oh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I was already. Bingo. Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I better get going.
Oh. His footsteps.
During the Rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later.
In the courtroom. Thought they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya.
Miss Maya's always so bright and cheerful.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that she hasn't changed. As in, at all. I wonder if this means her training's been all for naught. I hope not.
It's Acolyte Zealot. Zealot?
Acolyte Zealot?
He's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the high priest, Abbot in me. Lives and trains in his house. Okay.
These puns are getting...
See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, I could never do that.
Oh, it's Abbot in me. The purification rite is about to begin.
So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. This looks exactly like what the figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it.
Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could be struck blind.
Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. This is bell on a high priest's ankle. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be.
Mr. Wright, it's easy to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. It's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother.
Okay, let's see. First I kneel down and cross my ankles. Then I bow forward. Ouch! Now all I can see is the ground. My back is killing me.
You really should have trained for this, sir.
Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie?
The rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow.
That's 2 whole days! I don't feel so good.
Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! He injured himself, didn't he?
Yep.
He
Classic
went down in
Phoenix.
like 1 second, by the way. Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, please, you have to get up. Oh, this seems rad.
We're in Maya's place for sure.
Yeah. Look at that TV.
Ouch, my ache.
Where's the Twisted Samurai? Where's...
Huh? Albie? I mean, you still samurai bag right here.
Yep.
Wait.
Steel Samurai, yeah.
Where are we?
The High Priest held at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion.
Guess I passed out from the back pain. Must have carried me all the way here.
Something terrible's happened. Of course it has. It's Miss Maya. She's... Ooh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion.
She's under arrest for... There's no way she's dead. There's no way we go through all that to meet her and she's dead. So she's obviously going to be the suspect. Something must have happened while I passed out.
Miss Maya, she's been arrested. Who do you think died? The guy in the red and black or the guy with the bell on his feet?
Could be either. Or it's just going to be someone else entirely. What?
I don't think it's Dirk.
Well, Dirk hasn't shown up yet. Where's Maya? Just take it easy, all right?
You. I haven't done anything wrong.
You can talk all you want back at the station.
Let me go.
Maya!
Nick, I didn't kill him. I swear I didn't.
Quiet, you. Come along peacefully, you'll suffer the consequences. But wait a sec. What on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way.
Hey, back off, officer.
Really?
What? Emma Sky? What are you doing in Karai?
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest.
Why are you here? Oh.
They came back, didn't they?
Sadmati brought her with him.
Yeah.
He's probably interested in like actual detective work. Just like seeing how like he went through the case and like was able to investigate, and he probably wants to bring her here and have her like put those abilities to work here and see how it goes.
There's probably a lot of cases where they killed someone and then they found out they're innocent, right?
Potentially.
All right, take her down to the station, but with respect. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
That was actually the one person I was afraid to see, because quite literally, nah. Okay.
All your
quite
female
literally,
voices.
their voices are so close. I didn't think they would overlap.
But the question is, are we going to get Apollo and Athena over here at some point?
Doubt
Most
it.
likely we are. I think for sure they're going to come over here at a point.
I could see Athena coming, but I can't see Apollo.
No, I think Apollo has to come, for sure. Because like Sadmati definitely has some kind of connection to Apollo that we don't know. And if Sadmati's here now, it means Apollo's got to come here at some point as well. Cause we got to resolve that. We got to resolve what the thing between the two of them is. So what are you doing in Karai, Emma?
It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Quran, Mr. Wright?
Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened.
Might as well. Under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. The High Priest?
The guy with the bells on. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? Hey, here's a badge.
Congrats on your return to the legal world. I wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance.
Thanks, Emma. Congratulations to you too. Become a forensics investigator.
Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting our attorney's badge for fingerprints. Or how about we do a luminol test on it?
Why would we do a luminol test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. What happened, Emma? Please, tell me everything you can.
Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite, and as it was being performed last night. The victim is Thrusting me.
Thrusted
Thrusted
me.
me? Go back. I gotta read that again, anyways. The victim is
Thrusted
Thrusting
me.
me. High priest who is presiding over the rite. God damn these names.
Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me the entire day's passed since the Purification, right? So we were out for a day?
That's right, you passed out a whole day from your back pain.
Never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. Better take care of it.
Time to do some yoga, bro. The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held.
The inner sanctum? Are you ready for a long journey, Phoenix?
It's a place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. It's through that gate over there and up at the top of the mountain, stairs just beyond.
Also, that's why everyone's offering their prayers in that direction.
Due north as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
Abutted me. Abutted me and Miss Maya went up in the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer you fainted in the middle of.
So who do you think killed the high priest?
Unfortunately, Maya's our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public.
So then only the high priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred?
Right. Plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is a stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Devotion.
So that's why she's been arrested.
Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the high priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect.
So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, it definitely doesn't help. That makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, sir? Are you going to defend Miss Maya?
Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again?
Tell me about it. I never thought I'd have to go through another trial. With the divine seance determines all, and defense lawyers are unwelcome. So what brings you here, Emma?
Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Karine. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've been gone back in time.
Emma! Why don't you come back with me? I will show you our style of forensics, which is pretty much investigate, use the seance, call it a day. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far.
Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in the major city somewhere.
Sounds like this prosecutor's taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas.
He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking.
This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case?
Yes, he is.
I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one too?
Yes, Prosecutor Sadmati's already been assigned. Prosecutor Sadmati? Pokunka! Shit!
You know him, Albie?
Of course, everyone in Karine does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and as a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Sadmati, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath.
But it's my job too, as a lawyer.
Oh, right, sorry.
Just great. Prosecutor who's also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more unquilly.
Uniquely? And we're your best friends, the backyard again. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent.
Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time. So better give it everything I got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here.
Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmati mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can.
Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy?
Gulp. He did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say I'll help where I can.
Thanks. But don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Because we don't want a DC act to somehow get tied to you. We don't want that. Prosecutor Sadmari sounds pretty strict.
So, first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's High Priest Autopsy Report. Just trust in me.
Cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon. Let's see what else
In
we
the
got
abdomen.
here. So time of death between May 10th, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep abdominal wound caused by a bladed weapon. The wound appears to have been inflicted by the Warbad dagger used in the Rite.
So, it appears.
Yeah, that's what. So it's like the wound looks like it would have come from that knife. Oh, you hadn't read that.
The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's Warbad dagger. Victim bled to death from a deep
Deep into the abdomen.
wound in the abdominal. It's used in the Rite, however, the dagger has yet to be found.
Just throw it off the mountain. Easy hide. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? It's like Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma?
The police have already wrapped up their investigation. But the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure.
Emma, please, I'm begging you. Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense.
All right then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sadmai and the police later.
Thanks, Emma.
You have quite the climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step.
Wait, you're not coming with me?
Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way.
Emma! Emma, please.
Can you give
Pretty
me
please.
the forensic shit?
Emma, pretty please. Pretty please, Emma. Is it really that bad? Wonder if my back can handle it.
You get to go. Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright.
Why don't you join me, Albie?
That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself would have set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity.
Because inner sanctum is off limits for you, huh? Well, guess I'll have to face all this by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Are they gonna go home?
The customs is right require that they not move from the spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops.
Wow. I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Alright, can we examine stuff here? It's a befitting gate for the path to the inner sanctum.
It's apparently considered a sacred object to the people of Karayan. I wasn't even allowed to dust it for prints.
So even applying a little fingerprint dust to it would be sacrilegious, huh?
I guess so.
Apparently my chat disconnected.
But I applied some luminol on it and said when no one was looking.
Sounds like an invitation for the Holy Mother to strike you down later, Emma. Okay, probably not anything significant. Can we talk to this guy? Acolytes a lot is really in the zone.
Who's been living at the victim's house? Yeah, he hasn't moved a muscle even though his teacher has been murdered.
He's so deep in prayer, he's not aware what's going on around him. Alright. Oh, we can go to detention center too.
Yeah, give me a break. Is Shiro being slow? No, he's not being slow. Chat's broken. Consider it my chat a backup chat.
Oh, it's her.
Ah, that'd be cold as shit.
She is going to smack us for being here. Ugh, it's really high up. Really, really cold. What did I do to deserve this? At least I made it. I better get started while I can. Still feel my fingers. Huh? Who's that? Kind of looks like.
Okay, hold on. Bottom right, there's like some cloaks. Hey, it's the cloak.
Yeah, that's.
Bottom left, there's
We can
a
only
paper,
examine her. Oh,
and then what do you see? Oh yeah, there's there's two missing banisters, isn't there?
it's broken
Oh,
and
right.
it's out. And also, it could be the angle, but like it's broken here too.
No, but the one on the right is definitely
Yeah, this one's fine.
perfect.
This one's broken up.
You think it was like a makeshift blade? That's a lot of blood on the rocks too. Look at that shit. All right, here we go.
Excuse me.
Ah, it's you. Do you even know where you are, barbed head? Sorry, I gotta get a character first.
Of course I do. May I ask why you're here, your benevolence?
I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. But what are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Kurainism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here.
But I'm not unscrupulous.
Quiet. You dared to find fault with my insights at every turn the other day.
She's still sore about that trial?
Why do you keep looking away?
Think about investigating the crime scene.
Well, you can do so later. You are speaking with me right now. So much for that.
As you wish, princess. Guess the investigation will have to wait until she's done talking to me. Or we could just do this.
Huh? What is that badge you bear?
It's a sunflower pin. They're quite popular in my country.
It is rather cute, I must say.
Yeah, clever on Phoenix to not say it's a defense attorney badge. He just say it's a sunflower badge.
No, never mind.
Actually, it's just my attorney's badge.
Oh, so you mean it would have actually been worth more as a cheap accessory?
My profession is worth more than $1.20, you know. As you know, your benevolence, a murder has occurred, and I intend to investigate.
But we know the killer is one of your own.
In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Plus, she's a serious student of spirit healing who came here to study. So can't you at least give her a chance to explain what happened?
All practitioners from overseas are big, phony balloonies. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige.
No, it's a requirement in her village, so... Seems nothing I say will convince her otherwise thanks to that last trial. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As a defense attorney on this case, I really need to investigate the crime scene, and I need to do it now. I've even been authorized by the police, so...
What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our sacred hall of justice once more?
No, I simply want to defend my client.
Which means you have come to forge evidence, then.
Watch us investigate, then.
I knew our lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance.
Ouch, that's unfair. Who taught you to demonize a whole group of people anyway?
My mother and father, do you have an issue with the parental guidance?
Yes. No, would never dare criticize the royal couple. I still can't imagine what lawyers here must have done to garnish such hatred.
Hmm. Oh-ho! I just had the most wonderful idea, Barbed Head.
Why do I have a bad feeling about that glint in her eyes? So what's this most wonderful idea of yours?
If you are to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds naturally.
Fine, do it. We're just gonna investigate, we're not gonna tamper with anything, and we're gonna prove to you that we're not evil. We do it right. What? You wanna follow me around the entire time?
Of course, not that I want to, mind you. And I will not tolerate any objections. Understood?
You can't do this to me.
What was that, to Barbed Head?
No, it's nothing.
Very well, then, let us get this investigation over with. We mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary.
Please don't rush me.
Whoa. It's not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, Barbed Head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Khura'in. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of a battle that Lady Kira bears.
The blood of battle? That's a big of a problem. Why don't you head on down now? I won't do anything, I promise.
No, lawyers are never to be trusted. Now make haste so that we may leave soon. Oh, and one more thing.
What now?
Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. But this time my insight shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for a defeat the most bitter, lawyer.
I will. Now, can I get on with my investigation?
As long as you know where we stand.
I better hurry up and poke around for clues before she changes her mind.